Evening, everybody. Tonight we're gonna make a couple casserole bowl cozies. I have an order to do, so I figured I would just bring you along and show you. I'm doing the 13 by 9 pan. So the first thing you need to do is get your front and back fabric and cut that out. And I'm using Bright just to make it a little bit more sturdier on the sides. I am using S9733, and it's this one. So let me get, well, I got some of my pattern cut out. You want to be sure on these. This is your dart line, but you want to come down and mark these circles. And then you have them on your dart. So get all this matched up, and I'll be right back and we'll start sewing. Okay, once you have your fabric cut, you can either use cotton batting, Bright, you know, whatever you have. I got Bright, so I'm just gonna use that. So just fold your piece in half to wherever, you know, it matches up. Now, these are not microwavable safe. These are just cozies to hold your hot casserole dish. Okay, and don't forget to mark these on both sides, your dots. So let me get this done, and I'll be right back. Okay, so when you're done with that, be sure all your corners are marked on both sides. Okay, come to your ironing board. And grab a piece of fabric. And I'm going to put my dot side down, because you're gonna sew from this point, not this point, but this point. So you want to be able to see it. So put your piece down. Get it as even as you can. Okay, now the company wants you, or the pattern I should say, says to stitch all along here, around the whole thing. I don't do that. What I do is I get some stitch witchery. It's like a real thin heat bond stuff. And I don't go where my marks are, but I just go across the main part of this. So I just open it up and I measure. Just rip it off. Okay. And my two dots are right here, so I don't want to hit that with the iron. And I I just bond this down as close as I can. I just go to the next side and I do the exact same thing. Just a couple little pieces. I don't touch my corners over here. Okay, and then press this on and do that to both pieces and I'll be back. Come back to your pattern. Okay, there we go. Get a ruler and your marking pen. Where did I put my ruler? Okay. And from this point to your other point, well, I should say the dot. From dot to dot, draw a line. And then from this dot to your dot, draw a line. And you're going to do this on both pieces. And then come across and make an X. And do this on both pieces. Let me get my other piece done. Okay, once you have that done, come to the sewing machine. And you're going to sew your square first. So let me get that done. It's going to take me a minute because I have two colors. I have purple and green. So I have to switch my threads around. So I'll be right back. Okay. So on my dark side, I usually mark on, you know, my Insul Bright. So you're just going to follow this line and crisscross, and I'll be back. Okay, once you have all this done, I'm going to change to a jean needle, just because I'm going to be going through some heavy stuff here. And sometimes it's good to do that even with your regular batting. Let's see, here's my jean. Oops, I turned it. Okay, get your pins. And you're going to sew your corners. And just be sure everything is even. Okay, and from that dot, God, my eyes are getting so bad. Okay, so from this dot, pin, and pin all the way up being sure everything is nice and flat. And you're going to sew a 1/4 of an inch seam. And you're going to do that with all your pieces. So just be sure it's all even. So you're going to get it like this. Just all nice and even. And you're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam. I have my 1/4 inch foot on. So you're going to do this to all 2 pieces. And I have to switch again to purple when I get done. So when I get done with this, I'll come back. And be sure you back stitch. Start with your needle down and go up a couple stitches, back stitch, and then sew on. When you get done with your first one, just inspect your corners and be sure that you grabbed everything and go on to your next one. Okay, once you have all this done and you got your corners, you're going to put right sides together. Like this. And you're going to pin it. And the directions say to put your seam towards the higher point. So the seam has to go this way. Line up your seams. And then on this long section, I'll go about right here, double pin. And that will just tell you that's where you're gonna end. So double pin that. Get this down a little so you can see. Okay, be sure everything's even and leave about, 3.5, 4 inch space opening. And just be sure you get everything even. Pin it around and you're going to do a 1/4 inch seam. So here's my other seam. So you just want to push those seams towards the handle. Okay, let me get this pinned up and sewn, and then I'll be back. Okay, once you have that all pinned up, you're gonna sew a 1/4 of an inch all the way around till your double pins. If you have a walking foot, I suggest you use it. I'm gonna put my walking foot on, which is right here. It will just help keep it a lot even and not moving around, okay? Also, I have a little device. So I'm going to be taking off my professional foot. It'll go back on after, maybe. Okay. Get that there. Okay, I'm going to get my walking foot on. My cat's in here snoring. Okay, so you want a 1/4 inch. So all I have to do is look for a 1/4 inch, and I put my needle down there. And I can put this down, and that will show me that's a 1/4 inch. And I got this off of Amazon. Can't remember what it's called. Magnetic Seam Guide for all sewing machines. So this is it. And it comes with this little template and a nice plastic case. Okay, so get your cozy and then just start sewing around, and I'll be back. You can clip this on the way just so it kind of stays there. Okay, just keep rolling. I need a little pin. Got one little spot here. There we go. Okay, just keep rolling it and pressing. Okay, so when you get to your corner, to your opening, get it even. Take some either heat bond or the stitchery stuff. So I just iron it down first. Just so I know I have a guideline to where my creases. Okay, take a piece of the wickery. Big. Okay. And tuck it in till it comes to your edges here. Okay. Lift your seams so they match. And press this. And then after we're done with this, we're going to top stitch again at a 1/4 inch. Yeah, that's stuck good. Okay. See, that's stuck good. We're gonna top stitch again a 1/4 inch around, and then we'll be done. You can iron it out after just to get your marks out of it. But okay, let me go do this and I'll be right back. As I'm doing 2 colors, I have my purple on top and my green bobbin in the bottom. Okay, so let's get sewing. Okay, so there it is. They didn't give you enough room if you have just a little bit bigger pan. But there it is. And this is a 13 by 9 pan. So I mean, it could take a little bit more, but I'm pleased with that. I think that'll work just fine. And you can use this either way you want, either the green on the inside and the purple, whichever way you want. Okay, I have one more to make for my order tonight. I hope this video helps somebody out. I'm still working on my shirt. I haven't gotten to that yet. Just the different sleeves and stuff. I'll get to that. And then I'll figure out something else to sew tomorrow if I don't get any more orders tonight. I haven't checked, so I'm sure I do. But anyways, you all have a great Saturday night. Thanks for spending your time with me. And please like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.